Welcome to the Weekday Report for Tuesday, July 30th. I'm Joe Potente. Here's a brief look at the news. A Kenosha nightclub that's been a magnet for police attention is losing the ability to offer live entertainment and DJs. The City Council voted 12-0 Monday night to deny a yearly cabaret license renewal for Pop's Place at 3214 60th Street. The neighborhood's alderman, Scott Gordon, argued for the denial, counting 74 police calls to the bar during the first half of this year. A city council committee weighed in on a couple of national issues on Monday. The Public Safety and Welfare Committee voted 4-1 in favor of a non-binding resolution asking Congress to reinstate a key provision in the Voting Rights Act of 1965 that the U.S. Supreme Court struck down in June. Another measure, also approved 4-1, asked the state legislature and Congress to amend the Constitution to prohibit corporate campaign contributions. The lone dissenter in both votes was Alderman Kevin Mathewson, who said he agreed with the principles but felt they are out of the council's purview. Last year's weather made things tough for apple picking in southeastern Wisconsin, but conditions are looking up this year. Ian Thibodeau filed this report.
I'm out here at the Apple Hauler just off of I-94 in Sturtevant, where they say this year's apple crop could be huge. And a nice improvement from the 80% loss of the crop they saw due to droughts last year.
So far, we are really excited. We have one of the best peach crops that we've ever had. Our apples and our pears look phenomenal as well. All the wet weather in June wasn't so great for the pumpkins, but they're also coming along really nicely now.
For the Kenosha News, I'm Ian Thibodeau.
Thanks, Ian. Joseph Stortz was responsible for his actions when he set fire to Horn Triever Feeds in 2011, a jury decided Monday. Stortz, who was convicted of the arson last Thursday, was back in court as jurors heard evidence about his mental state at the time of the crime. The jury ultimately rejected the defense's case that Stortz should have been found not guilty by reason of mental disease or defect. He will be sentenced September 4th. A newly released calendar showcases local cancer survivors and Harley-Davidson motorcycles. The Relay for Life calendar is being sold to benefit the American Cancer Society. Unveiled at a release party at Ukes Harley-Davidson on Sunday, it's the third calendar of its kind, though it's the first published since 2004. Copies are $10 each and are available at Ukes and at this weekend's Relay event at UW Parkside, or by sending an email to hogcash@gmail.com. Kids in the Twin Lakes Randall Summer Recreation Program had an explosion of fun on Monday. This Blows was the name of a class in which the youngsters made exploding plastic bags, lava lamps, and a hydrogen peroxide, yeast, and dish soap mixture called elephant toothpaste. What's trending today? Who am I to judge? That was the response from Pope Francis on Monday when reporters asked the pontiff for his views on gay priests. Francis also said gay priests should not be marginalized in the church. What do you think? Tell us on our Facebook page. Up next is Diane Giles with a look at battling blight in Kenosha.
When properties fall into disrepair, a blighting influence is cast on the entire neighborhood. In commercially zoned areas, blight is insidious when it comes to the power it holds over a community. It can drive away potential business.
I think what I would define blight as what I saw, 12 years ago when I purchased Frank Steiner, and I would walk down the road on 58th Street and all I saw was vacant buildings and disrepair. And I think anybody coming in the community, that's what you're seeing in regards to their definition if they want to move here or bring their business here, and if they see vacancies and disruption and disrepair, that's what I would consider blight.
That's not to say that old means automatically blighted. But when an empty house turns up in your neighborhood and many months start to pass, you might cast a wary eye towards the place. In Kenosha, the city's 4 property maintenance inspectors work diligently, weather permitting, to keep up with the orders to repair that are issued on properties that fall into decline. This is Diane Giles reporting for the Kenosha News.
Thanks, Diane. To see the full report on battling blight, click the Sunday Choice link on the homepage at kenoshanews.com. Now here's a look at what we're working on today. The Kenosha Unified School Board will hold a special meeting tonight to discuss an extension of Superintendent Michelle Hancock's contract. Terry Flores will be there. And the Kenosha Water Utility has received state approval for a rate increase. Ian Thibodeau is pulling together the particulars. Pick up a copy of the Kenosha News and check kenoshanews.com for all the details on these stories and more. I'm Joe Potente with the Weekday Report.